Hello everybody and welcome back to the farm. A lot's been changed. We've actually learned a lot. We've got a lot to do today. We got to feed our chickens. We've actually needed to change some of our feeding procedures with them because we're not too happy with these guys. They have turned out way smaller than we wanted. We have to fill up our garden beds with soil, and we're going to be using the chicken run chips, and we're going to be sifting those. So thanks for tuning in and following along. So one of the new problems we ran into, this is Nature Crest feed. It's 18% protein. We'd been giving our chickens Compost 22% starters, so that is 6% more protein. And these guys packed on the poundage in meat weight, not fat. And we would get 5, almost 6 pound birds. And that's what we really want. Like, as a farm, we enjoy giving people mini turkeys. Well, since we switched to this because we saw one of our favorite YouTubers, KC Farms, John on KC Farms, he uses Nature's Crest. Nature's Crest is 18%. We've noticed these guys are significantly smaller, and I wasn't really paying attention to their weight gain. I just kind of got into routine, was feeding them and wasn't watching, and now suddenly slaughter day's 3 days away and they are nowhere near as big as we would like. So we're just going to finish these guys out, slaughter them on Saturday, and we went and bought some Compost, and we're going to try something new. What we're going to do, we're going to start these guys off the next round with the 22% Compost meat bird feed, which that's much more expensive. It's $7 more per bag than the Nature's Crest. We're gonna try giving these birds Compost when they're 1 to 3 weeks old, or like brand new to 3 weeks, and then we'll switch to Nature's Crest and see if we still get those big carcasses we want. So we're gonna front load the protein and the structure, the bones, kind of the muscles, and then slow it down with Nature's Crest and see if we get the carcass weight we're after. My son here comes up to me just now saying that he wants me to film him doing his job, because see, now he's got his own chickens that I'm paying him for, and actually he needs to go feed them now. We'll make him a video tomorrow. Tomorrow will be all about you and your chickens. You'll tell us what you're doing and all that stuff. So stick around for that video. I want to show y'all our pasture. We've kind of, thank you Jesus for all he's done. It's wonderful. So as you can see right here, this looks tore up like it should because the chickens just ran down it. Well, all of this almost looked like this. This is 4 weeks of pasture we've used, and it was not growing. We were not getting rain. Even though it's wood chipped and beautiful, it wasn't growing. And so we've had almost 2 weeks solid of rain every day. We've gotten about 1 inch to half an inch of rain, and it has just sprung up. In fact, if you look, you can't tell the difference between new pasture and old pasture. That's how well it's growing. And something else we noticed, you have to do this with your spouse. You can't be the one all excited about it and then they're not really all that into it. It's got to be a team effort, and I love that it's a team effort for us. My wife, the one that didn't even want to get into this, we can't really see it super well, but when the sun is baking down and shining in the middle of the day, over here you can kind of see this green line. I'll make a line, hopefully you guys can see it, where it's significantly darker green. Then over here it's more yellow and brown at the roots, and that is because chickens have not been there and we have not put wood chips on their chicken poop. So there's been no nitrogen blast along with organic material getting added, and so the pasture is not as drought resistant. This pasture was not growing so great. It stayed green. It never went brown or yellow or anything. It stayed beautiful green. This started going brownish yellow. So just them walking along and pooping and us adding the wood chips has improved our yard, our pasture, incredibly. And so My wife has said she wants chicken poop all over the yard. That chicken tractor, that white back there, we're gonna be running that chicken tractor. It's gonna go this way, and we're gonna start running it up here. And normally, when these guys get slaughtered, which they're gonna get slaughtered in just 3 days, they're gonna end up right about here when it comes slaughter day. We usually take this and go all the way back to the beginning and run it again. We're not doing that this time. This time, we're gonna continue running them through here so that this gets blasted with chicken poop wood chips and gets healthy. You obviously love what we're doing, and we love you for following along. So do me a favor. In the comments, tell me things you would like to see, or ask me questions that you want to know. Because kind of the point of doing this, one, it's accountability for us. If I keep posting and I know you guys are watching, it encourages me to keep doing this. But I also want everyone to know you can do it. We are farming off of 1/4 of an acre, and actually probably less. And we are handling over 100 animals out in our yard. So anybody can do this. We want everybody to be encouraged that they can do this. They don't have to have a big bunch of land. In fact, you need to be able to steward your small land before you can think of trying to steward and take care of a big piece of land. So we're trying to prove worthy of what we have right now. So it's encouraging for us, and we want it to be something good for you. So ask me the questions. What is it you want to know? What's something you're super interested in or that you love keeping track of on our farm? And I'll make note of it and try and make sure it shows up in videos and shorts for you guys. So on our way to feed the chickens, I want to show you how the garden's doing. This is a strawberry, those are squash, and in the back is cucumbers, and then there's tomatoes. And all throughout, you'll see these little plants poking up here and there. Those are green beans. I actually got those from my uncle who runs his own little homestead off in the Carolinas. And so he sent beans to us one day, and I planted them this year, and they sprouted up in a week. So things are doing well. Something we're trying out new is the Florida weave. If you check out B&R Homestead's channel, love them. They taught about this thing called the Florida weave. And so it was a way to use string to prop up your plants by using 2 T-posts and then weaving the string between the tomato plants. These guys were on the ground, and we picked them up, did the Florida weave, and even though it's not super strong, it's holding them up. And honestly, in the end, if we have to, we can just tighten this up somehow, like cut it loose, tighten it. So it'll still work. The plan right now is to get out tomato cages, and we're actually going to try and grow these squash vertically. These are zucchini, which is a type of squash. So we're actually going to try and cut them so that they grow up, because the way that they want to grow is out. And when they do that, they take up space, they get moldy from touching the ground, and fungus. So we want them to grow up, and we're going to try that out this year. Liam, the oldest one right there, said he wanted to own these chickens. He wanted to be the one responsible for them. And I told him, no, I bought these, so they're mine, but he can work for me and he can take care of them, and I will pay him for that. And so he will get $1 for each of these chicks that make it to adulthood. And he actually saved 2 of their lives because he noticed something was wrong with 2 of theirs behinds. And he brought it up to me. I'd missed it for days, and he noticed it and said, "Dad." And we looked at it and we were able to fix it, but it's because he's been attentive to these chicks and he's been feeding them. As you can see today, there is almost no spillage of the feed. He's doing much better with being careful putting their feed in. Their water, as you can see, is being filled. So he's doing a great job with these guys. These are my favorite feeders for the older ones, but my goodness, do they love to get themselves stuck in them. The problem we're running into is the tarp above us is getting beat on by the sun, and it's developing holes. So we need a spring for the more expensive UV treated tarp to protect these guys better, because what's happening is the holes are dropping little bits of moisture from the rain into here, and that's making this compost really hot instead of slowly, and so it actually kind of smells a little bit. So we actually need to add some more carbon into this. This mixing is a super important step because it prevents flies and maggots and stuff from making their home in the shavings. We had a problem before when we wouldn't do this every day. The chickens' poop formed a hard, sticky, nasty layer, and the flies would lay their eggs in it when the chickens were sleeping and not moving so much. And then we had a fly problem all that year. Since we've been mixing the bedding every day, nothing. We have no fly problems at all. These guys are going to be 6 weeks old in just a few days. So we're actually trying to overload these guys, so they're 5 weeks old right now, so they're getting 6 quarts of feed. We love the Plasson water and the big feeder, so big tractor so much. We're going to be putting one in here, but we're waiting on that to come in the mail. All right, so here we go. That bed is half full with wood chips. To all the people that are getting ready to whine and moan that, oh, the wood chips are gonna steal our nitrogen. I hear you, I'm ignoring it. This over here is a bed that's filled with dirt that's lasted since last year, and so that's really good soil. And we're going to sift out of there and pile it on top of there and on top of there. As you can see, we have this down to a science. My wife would take from the chicken run and put it on the sifter. I would flatten it out to make sure we got as much as we could out of it, and the boys would scoop the excess off to the side. We ended up needing to do this twice, once today and once the next day, and we actually added some modifications. So stick around for a short later on, and I'll be showing you guys the modifications we added to make things easier for us. There is nothing quite so satisfying as working on a project with your family. We all worked on this, we all did this, and this is why we started this homestead in the first place. So we have filled the bed with black gold. I mean, look at it. You can see that it's beautiful. It smells delicious. When you grab it up and smell it, it smells just like Lowe's when they get out all their flowers and dirt and stuff for the season. That is what this smells like. It smells so good. This filled up half of a bed. Look at how much we used of the run. Just this area. That was it. And it filled up about 3-4 inches. We could go a few more. I think we're gonna do some more tomorrow. And then we'll put a layer of wood chips on top of it, just to trap in all the moisture and things like that. And then look at this pile of wood chips too. That's the leftovers. So it's not like this giant pile and we strained out just a little bit. I'd say it came out about 50-50. Actually, probably a little bit more than that. That was a whole lot more than that pile, in my opinion, because I didn't measure it out. Tomorrow, we're gonna put this in there, and then we're going to strain or sift out for dirt, and then put it in that garden over there, and maybe even top off the sun. We'll see. This has been a fun one. So we've shown you the chickens are doing great. We have to change a little bit with their feed. The garden is coming up and doing beautiful. And we've sifted a ton of black gold.
Please like and subscribe for more chicken content.
We'll see you on the next one.